to warm up, we're just going to notice our breath for a second. Bringing ourselves to the room, in your body. And tapping into the Pilates breath. So the in through the nose and exhale out through gently pursed lips. And when you're ready, we're going to do some pelvic rocks to loosen our pelvis. So just going from imprint to neutral, using our obliques, not our bum and our feet, to really get that rocking of the pelvis, getting your obliques, your abs warmed up. And then when you find your neutral, let's bring one foot out and roll it around to really waken up that hip joint. Keeping your foot in line with your hip and your knee. And then the other way, just get some movement in your hip joint. We sit so much all day. And the other leg. Inhale out, exhale to pull it in. Awesome. And then here, we're just going to lift our arms up. One at a time, reaching for the ceiling, working on our protraction. And then working on your retraction as you bring it into neutral. Raising your arms overhead, keeping your rib cage contained so it's not floating away with you. And get some nice arm circles, working your shoulder blades in all of the beautiful 6 directions that it wants to move in. We get so tight in our shoulder blades, so it's really important if you want to get the most out of your Pilates practice to really do a tiny little warm up before if you can and get things nice and mobile. And then let's bring our arms down. From here we do little tiny head nods just over a tiny little pencil to set our cervical spine before we do any flexing forward. Nice. Last one. Okay. And here, we're going to start. Usually you don't have a bun, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna keep it in. So, doing our ab preps. So finding a nice neutral position with your pelvis, nice containment of your ribs, your knees, feet, and hips are all aligned. And then when you're ready, tiny little head nod on the inhale. As you exhale, peel up to the bottom of your shoulder blades. Deep wide inhale at the top. Your arms go up to shoulder height. Try and maintain that neutral pelvis. Deep wide inhale at the top. And then lower your arms as you lower your head. Over that pencil. Nice. 2 more. Really think about the center of your abs. So you're really curling up and over where your bra line is. Getting everything warmed up. Working that deep core. Nice. And then flipping. From here, we're going to go on our front. From here, we're going to place our fingertips in line with our mouth. We're going to have our legs slightly abducted, abducted, so spread apart from each other. That really helps us to get out of our low back. Your palms are nice and soft, and your shoulders are melted forward as your nose touches the mat. Inhale to stay, and just prepare. On the inhale, we're going to retract and depress slightly your shoulders and reach away with the toes as far as you can as you're reaching away with your head, and exhale to peel up to your bottom rib. Deep wide inhale at the top and exhale, melt forward. Inhale to set your shoulders, energy through your legs, your glutes, and reach away from your head to your toes. Last one. Inhale, energy, charge up. Exhale, peel up. Good job. If you felt it in your low back at all, I suggest putting a tiny little bit of a pad underneath your hip bones and keeping your pubic bone off of the mat. And if you don't have a mat or a little pad, you can use a little folded up towel to place it right here, and that helps you stay out of your low back. So if you want to get that now, that's great. We're going to go into breaststroke prep number 2. So again, our nose is on the mat. We are melted forward with our shoulders. Our hands are facing the ceiling. On the inhale, you're going to keep your abdominals engaged. So really feel like your suspenders are pulling your rib cage and your hip bones towards each other to keep that engagement in your core. Your glutes are on. The tops of your feet can be pressing against the mat as you're reaching them away. Inhale, you're going to retract and slightly depress your shoulders as you reach away and twist your palms towards your body. I know it's a mouthful, but you're really reaching away. And on the exhale, you're going to just hover dart. Nice long hover dart, as if you're really pulled away from your toes and pulled away from the top of your head. Deep wide inhale, stay, lengthen. Exhale, melt forward. Putting your hands to face up towards the ceiling again. Inhale, set. Exhale. Deep wide inhale, nice wide collarbones. Exhale down. Inhale to get ready. Energy, everything's on right now. Exhale, you just lift up. It's more of a long, lengthened hover dart than it is of a lift up. And again, keeping that neck in that nice proper alignment, so we're not having our neck lift up or looking down too much. We want to continue that nice neutral alignment with our cervical spine. And then melt forward. From here, we're going to do a little shell stretch. So a little bit of a child's pose. You're just leaning back onto your heel, and you really curl it up and over your legs. It's an active stretch. It's an active stretch, and you're really lengthening your whole spine. Inhale, you can peel, slip. Let's go on our backs once more. Going into the 100 position, we're going to have an imprinted pelvis. So really feel like your suspenders are pulling each other, tracking with your hips, knees, and ankles to have that nice alignment. Our hands will be beside our body like in the ab prep. A slight flexion to your elbow to keep out of any tension from your upper body. We're going into an ab prep and maintaining up there. So inhale to set your head. Exhale as you peel up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Stay. And here, we're going to pulse our hands. In for 5. Exhale for 5. In for 5. Exhale for 5. If you're feeling any tension in your neck, you can support your head with one hand, and then you can rotate or alternate your hands. If this feels good, you can come back down. Modification number 2, bringing one leg up, exhale the other one, feeling like your legs are glued together. There's lots of energy in the midline. Nice and stable surface. Imprinted pelvis, ab prep to come up. Stay. And then here, we do the pressing again of the arms on the in for 5. Exhale for 5. If this feels good, you can try playing around with one leg out at a diagonal and bring it in, and then you can switch. If that feels good, you can try going into the full. So again, just the tips of your shoulder blades, really curling forward. You really feel like you're lengthening up and away. Your glutes are definitely on to keep this shape. Your midline, you're really squeezing your midline. One more 5. Inhale to bring the legs in. Exhale to lower your head and your arms. That's the 100, the famous 100 move. Next, we're going to come up onto our bum. We're going to do the half roll down. So getting onto your sit bones, you can move the little juicy parts off of your sit bones. Your legs are a little bit further away from you. The start position is you're reaching away. You're curled up and over your legs, but your shoulders are nice and set. So they're not ramped in the back of your shoulder blades. They're not rammed in the back. They're nice and contained and stable, but you have lots of mobility. I know, it's a mouthful, Pilates, but trust me, the more you do it, the more you'll really get it. You want to keep your feet planted down as you go down. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, start to curl, creating that pelvic C. So we're trying to get to that nice C spine. So really from the center, feel like you're creating the letter C, where it's your pelvis and you're up towards your torso. That's a big C. If you feel like your feet are popping up, come up a little bit more. If you feel like you're really stable, you can really come down and create that nice big C. Really feel like you're hollowing out right here between your hip bones. And then inhale to come up. You can try any breath you want. We're not stuck on a breath. It just makes it easier or harder for some people. You can exhale down, inhale down, exhale up, inhale up. Whatever feels good for you, whatever gives you the most stability. So really curling, 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 curling. Up and over. You can try inhaling down again. See which one feels different. Do you feel like you have more of a deep curve, a bigger curve, whatever it is? Really kind of pay attention. That's the beauty of the breath with Pilates, is really notice if on an inhale or exhale you feel different. Nice. And then peel back up. Let's sit cross-legged. We're going to do spine twist. So it's a really good one. It works on our rotation. Pilates, we like to work in all of the ranges of motion. So flexing forward, extension, and rotation. So this is the rotation part. Feeling like you're directly on your sit bones again. We're going to have genie arms, so one hand on top of each elbow, and really feel like you have a nice neutral stack with your pelvis, your rib cage, and your neck. From here, you're going to inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to twist to the side. It's really coming from your rib cage. Your gaze is staying in line with your sternum. Inhale to coil back. Inhale to lengthen and twist. Inhale to come back. You really want to make sure that you are lengthening up as you exhale too. Keep your spine safe. And this one we can do 3 on each side. So inhale, lengthen up, exhale, a little deeper, a little deeper. Hopefully that feels really good. It's kind of like you're bringing out your spine, keeping some movement in your rib cage. This feels really good. Moving on to one leg circle, laying on your back again. One foot will be planted on the floor. The other one will be tabletop. This is modification number 1. We are going to be creating some movement inside of your hip joint. That's where the move is coming from. So you really feel like you're inhaling to come in, exhaling to come back up and over. Inhale down and around, exhale up and over. You can use your hand to help you guide. It's a tiny little motion, and then you can try it the other way. See how this feels. If that feels good, you can try lengthening this one leg. So you're really getting some nice length through your hip flexor and planting your heel to create some support, keeping this leg energized. Then you can have your leg again, tabletop. See how that feels. We are avoiding any rotation of the pelvis. It's really nice core exercise to keep this contained as there's movement of the leg. Your core is really being tested to maintain your pelvis. That's why you want this leg on too. The glute is on as well, to keep this nice stable surface so your leg can get some movement inside its hip joint. If that feels good, the next level is you can reach up and do tiny little warm-ups to get some length in the back of your leg. And when that feels good, you can have your leg pointing up. Again, you can also have this leg to support you to get a little bit more, less tension in your body. So reach up and over. Exhale to come back up. It seems really small, but it's so good for your hip. Get some movement in that hip joint in all different directions, and then rotate up. Making sure there's no tension in your upper body. Try wiggling your head to release any tension. Bring it back in and try the other side. If you want to try from the beginning again, you can. You can also lift this one up. You can extend. Really feel like you're pulling away with the heel. Level hips throughout, and you can stretch. There's no right or wrong or better or worse. It's really getting the nice alignment and the most out of your exercise, because there's no point of you doing it if you're moving around and doing it improperly. For me, I do a lot of Pilates, but I still have to have this one leg up to really give me that nice support and not have any tension in my hip flexors. So play around with your breath. And then rotate. Keeping the circles nice and small. Glutes on. Bring it in. Pressure for movements. You can also windshield wiper your legs right here. Some more movement in that spine, pelvis. We sit so much all day. It feels nice to move your back body. You need it. Nice. And then from here, we're going to do the obliques. So we're in that ab prep position again. You can have your legs, your pelvis neutral for now while we keep our legs down. Cupping your head. Again, neutral pelvis. We're going to curl up and over. This armpit is trying to reach this hip bone. So you're really going up and over, not trying to compensate by laterally flexing. So flexing to the side. It's really up and over with your body. We don't have to get a whole lot of distance. It's just really the move. Just moving your body in that direction. Working your abs in that direction. Really using your obliques for this one. And your rectus abdominis, your six pack. Really curling up and over. And last one each side. Nice. Come down. You're doing so good. Okay, and your last exercise for today, we are going to do some spine flexion. I like to use this mat. I have super tight hip flexors. So if you want to sit on something, it gives you a little bit more room and less gripping. Okay, so from here you can see I have a little bit more support. I get a little bit more of a nice long pelvis and spine. So we're looking for that vertical pelvis. Oh my goodness. We're looking for that vertical pelvis and you're really up and long. So from here, try and have your legs wherever you feel like you can really reach up and over the beach ball to get that nice expansion and extension through your spine, and then peeling back up. So inhale, tiny little head nod, exhale, up and over this beach ball. Deep wide inhale there. Nice opening of your rib cage. I'm sorry, exhale, come back up. I'm talking too much. There's so many cues. You can have your hands in the middle if you're super flexible. This is a spine stretch. That is the goal. It's to feel good, opening your spine, getting some fresh oxygen into your muscles. Last one, really up and over. Good job. And that's it for Pilates 101 number 1 video. I'll be posting number 2 soon, and we'll do a nice little build up for you so you feel really nice and strong, whether you're using the mat only at home or whether you want to try going to a studio, you want to feel nice and confident and strong. So yeah, let me know how you like this video and if you have any questions or if you need any further modifications. Bye.